A very good morning to my industrial supervisor Mr. Mugilan and my faculty supervisor Dr. Shahir bin Qasim. My name is Kanishan Subramaniam. I am from University Technical Malaysia. Today I want to present about my industrial training. First is objective of my internship is help me to develop the written communication skills and give me an opportunity to reflect on the professional aspects of the internship experience and the skills that we learned, and allow me to describe the science content of the internship. First is company introduction. Promo is established in 1983 by Mr. Tang Songchai and Madam Tan Yi Kiang with over 30 years of experience in development of plastic injection molded parts. We have the process and skills to be a leader in plastic injection molding. Promo is also a highly professional contract manufacturing and plastic injection molding company. Promo is also a one-step plastic part solution from design, mold development, material selection until mass production. Promo also support a full range of secondary processes including automated and manual assembly testing, decorating, packaging and fulfillment service at very competitive price in Penang, along with the skilled group of technical experts and the ISO 9000 processes Promo as implemented. This is the company organization chart. Managing director of the company is Dr. Jeffrey Ng. The general manager of the company is Ms. Ng. The head of supply chain is Ms. Tan. The production manager is Mr. Lim. The head of QA and engineering department is Mr. Mugilan. The head of HR and accounting manager is Sir Ted. The head of store department is Mr. Zakal. The head of planner is Ms. Juwin Lee and the purchasing officer is Ms. Shah. The head of crushing and mixing supervisor is Mr. Kayum. The technician supervisor is Mr. Prabhu. The production supervisor is Ms. Ada. And tooling supervisor is Mr. Mat and PC supervisor is Ms. Chua. The job scope of my internship is buy off the product every 4 hours once and 6 hours once. Usually the products that buy off every 4 hours once is measured using calipers, but the products buy off every 6 hours once usually measure using quick scope. I also learned to do the IPQC dimension report. The values that measure, we will transfer it into the dimension to sampling for the products. We take the first piece from the machine and we look for the defects. If there is no defect and the part weight is also in specification, we will do the sampling and check the quality of the products and service and repair the mold. My task as a trainee in lab technician is to need to look for the dimension of the product. I also learned to measure the products using different measurement devices. I also did IPQC dimension report. I also learned to measure the newly tested products for customer approval. The measuring devices that I use is Quickscope. Quickscope is autofocus machine, measurement playback, and one-click edge detection and 48 different measurements. Second is height gauge. Height gauge is used to measure the height of the product and the flatness of the product. Third is microscope. Microscope is used to focus the tiny objects. Weighing scale. Weighing scale is to measure the part weight of the product. Pin gauge. Pin gauge is used to measure the small diameters of the product. And the digital caliper is used to measure the length and dimension of the inner and outer of the product. These are the example of drawings that customers give us to inspect. We also inspect this product according to customers' drawing. Third is QC inspector. I also train as a QC inspector. I learn to check the products on production line every 2 hours once. I also found several types of defects. I also did IPQC patrol inspection report. Did IPQC inspection report every 2 hours once and inspect the labels on the curtains. The types of defects that I found during the inspection is flow lines. Flow line is a wavy pattern, often slightly different color than surrounding. This is because the cooling speed is very low. So to overcome this problem, we need to increase the injection speed. Second is warping. Warping is a deformation of the mold. This is because cooling happens too quickly. So we need to lower the temperature and the pressure. Third is sink mark. Sink mark is a small depression in the mold. This is happen because the low holding pressure. So we need to increase the holding pressure of the mold. Fourth is decoloration. Decoloration is color strength. This happen because not clean nozzle around it. So we need to clean the mold well. Fifth is flash. Flash is excessive molding that appears on the thin lip. To overcome this problem, we need to retool the mold. Sixth is short mold. Short mold is the happens in the mold that is gas mold. Example of the defected products. These are the example of the defected products: discoloration, flash, and black dots. IPQC petrol inspection report. This call is in-process inspection report. You need to check every machine and the product. If the machine and the product is running smoothly, we need to circle the OK. If the machine stops or repair, we need to circle the NG, the condition of the machine. And the IPQC inspection report. The IPQC inspection report is to inspect the quantity and quality of the product is good. So IPQC inspection report is usually do with the sampling. Service and repair mold. I also train in the tooling department. I also learn to service the mold, clean the mold, repair the mold, and polishing the mold. What is mold? A mold is a hollow block that filled with liquid or permeable material such as plastic, gas, metal, ceramic, raw material, and the liquid hardened set in the mold. Adopting shape, a mold is counterpart to the cast. These are examples of molds that our company have. Injection molding parts. Spur. Spur is a connect to the nozzle and the mold material falls into the runner. Second is stationary plate. Stationary plate holds the fixed side of the mold. Third is movable plate. Movable plate is to hold the movable side of the mold. Cavity and the core. Very important to the mold. If there is any damage in the cavity that will affect the product shape and the quality. The ejector nozzle is used to set the ejection timing and ejection rate and shape. The ejector pins is used to force the eject part from the mold. Once the mold open, the pin extend into the mold cavity, push the part out of the mold and return back. This is steps to clean the mold. The toolmaker first examines the mold, looking for any tool wear gassing on, then wipes the exposed mold surfaces with cloth appropriate material, cotton on highly polished surfaces. Then open the mold separately and clean every pins and sliders. Clean the oil using thinner. Clean the rusted pins or rusted parts of the mold using WD-40 spray. Lastly, we must apply the grease for the lubricant on the clean ejector pins and sliders and reassemble the mold. Cleaning. This is the example of pictures of cleaning and polishing the mold. Potential improvement. I need to improve my technical skill more in tooling. I also need to learn more complicated drawings of measurements. I also need to learn how to identify the defects easily. I also need to improve the 5S in every task. Finally, the conclusion. After completing my industrial training, I had been exposed to a manufacturing technical working life. Throughout my internship, I could understand more about the definition of manufacturing technician. From my trade, I also realized that observation is main element to find out the root of the problem. During my internship, I have received criticism and advice from engineers and technicians when mistakes were made. However, those advice I used guidance for me to change myself and avoid myself making the same mistakes again. What is the skill you gain most during internship? The skill I gain most during internship is to measure the product according to the drawings. It's because I'm exposed to the many complicated drawings during my internship, so I gain more skill on how to use the measuring devices and also the how to look the drawings. That's all. Thank you.